behind. So open your mind and realize that your beautiful world could take my life. And I'm sinking under, drowning faster. Please just let me breathe. The air is leaving and I'm lost in need of you again. You break me down and you make me surrender. We are as Romeo and Juliet. So many years have passed the day since we fell in love and promised we'd never separate. But it seems the time has come that you run my life with no hope to fight and no time to hide. And I'm sinking under, drowning faster. Please just let me breathe. The air is leaving and I'm lost in need of you again. You break me down and you make me surrender. We are as Romeo and Juliet. To a code we all swore, for this life we have chosen. But soldiers to a common war we fight, to this passion of love we may fail and die. I'm slipping further, we're falling faster, we're growing stronger. Let's not grow weaker and I know. You break me down and you make me surrender. We are as Romeo and Juliet. Behind said eyes accept goodbyes. Will we fall back again? Live by as Romeo and Juliet. looking for you. I'm always looking for you. I brushed it off, pushed it aside, but I couldn't hide. I was looking for you. Yeah, I was looking for you. I have a hand surrounded. I have the silence in the roar. Just a figure in the dark. As if coming for the storm. If I fail, you catch me. Push me back up on my feet. See the strength inside of me. special moments. Reach down deep and pull yourself back from the dark. If it feels like you're falling so far and there's nowhere to run and you break down inside. Heaven's so far away and I'm so far gone and you break down inside. You can't stay here, it's a long way home. It's too late, I can't forget you. It's my fate to let you go. You feel hate when I'm around you, but I know you won't let me go. So close to see when I'm down inside of me. So close can leave, and I know there's no release. Time has come, I have to leave you. Don't know how, 'cause it feels so right. It is you I have to break through, but I know you will win the fight. So close to see when I'm down inside of me. So close can leave, and I know there's no release. And I know there's no release. So close to see when I'm drowning inside of me. So close to see when I'm drowning inside of me. So close can leave when I know there's no release. So close, so close, so. I always try to find a way out.
If you knew there was a company in town that would deliver a new Zenith, Admiral, or Sylvania color TV the same day you called or came by, and knew also you need not use your credit rating because you're dealing directly with them and no one else, and knew...
Back to the Future Part 2. Let's get this.
Yeah, let's get this. We've only rented it about, a dozen times already.
Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a...
You work late, too. Action News tonight at 11. If you're working late tonight, you're not alone.
MASH, weekdays at 5:30 on Channel 2.
And now we continue with...
It's a good time.
Holy balloon!
This car wants to become champion.
Remember one thing, when he first...
All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to virtual Darlington Raceway under the lights, here for the American Elite Racing Throwback Cup Series. It's an exciting night as drivers looking to get their stripe and tame 90 laps here at the track that many call a driver's track and also call too tough to tame. Well, to the right, we have some pictures that me and Tony took earlier down at the track. And to the left, we have an outline of the track, as we always love to bring you here with the AER Throwback Cup Series presented here by Atlanta Racing. And we are so happy to have you streaming on YouTube here as well as Twitch here tonight. So very, very excited about that. This is something you can look forward to every stream now, being simultaneously broadcasted on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Well, can't forget about this season's sponsor, Butt Kicker, giving away a free Butt Kicker unit to the winner of this season. So very excited about that, and also very excited that the AER ARCA Racing Series returns this Sunday. You're not going to want to miss it. This Sunday, September 11th, we'll have the ARCA Series returning live here Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is something you do not want to miss. Well, here are the current point standings as we go into tonight's race. Ryan Kelly taking home the win last week. Sam Oliver still leading in points with Dylan Picklesmeyer right behind him. Adam Thompson in third, Glenn Laws in fourth, and Joel Conley sitting in fifth, currently in points. Jamie Haynes, Andrew Hayes, Ryan Kelly, Joe McAdory, and George Rincon all sitting with wins under their belt. Currently top 10 in points. We'll see where they head this week at Darlington and next week at Auto Club. Can Ryan Kelly make it a two-peat? That's even a thing. We'll see. We'll see. Drivers qualifying right now, so that can mean only one thing. Guess what? 3, 2, 1. Let's go racing with Atlanta Racing and the AER Throwback Cup Series. We have some overhead shots now. Tony's up in the blimp cam with all the Diet Sprite and Gabagoo. You could set your heart to desire. Got him the Sam's Club pack earlier, so he is very excited. But no drivers currently qualifying at the current moment. Ryan Kelly is going to be sitting in first with Jamie Haynes second, Dylan Picklesmeyer third, Sam Oliver fourth, and James Nelson fifth. Those are your top 5 drivers right now for qualifying. Mount Refugee, how's it going, buddy? Great to see you here in the chat. Hope you're having a great night. Saying, do it for Dale. And throwing up, what is that? A squirrel. So I inherited from my mom the inability to see at night. I cannot see hard when the sun goes down, as Kidney Chesney says. My eyesight goes out. I like his version a little bit better. But great to have you here in the chat, Mountain Refugee. Looks like Sam Taylor, Andrew Hayes, Tyler Willard, Charles Mosley Jr., and Adam Thompson going to be your top 10 at the current moment. Jason Palmer, glad to see him here tonight with Glenn Laws in 11th and 12th. Have about 9 drivers right now that have not qualified, and I don't think they're going to be qualifying. A minute 20 left. Nobody is on the track. Darlington, like we said earlier, a driver's track. So we're going to make sure you're keeping it cool, calm, and collected. Here's some race info here for Darlington. 1 fast repair, 4 sets of tires, 90 laps. 71 degrees is in the air and 73 degrees on the track. Track has heated up just a little bit as drivers have made their laps here. So it is quite cool here in South Carolina. As we are under the lights, it kind of changes everything.
Great Scott.
Great Scott. You'll love to hear it. Where did that? The Dark Cat. Excuse me. Darkest Official. Subscribing with Prime. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Have not. Of course, with ARCA coming back, you're going to see a lot more Atlanta racing. But it has been so kind of, in a sense, melancholy to not be doing it every single Sunday, just doing it on Wednesday. So I'm really excited to see some familiar faces, see some new faces. for this virtual racing here at Darlington. Qualifying is over and we're headed in to the finishing part, and it looks like we're starting up gridding right now. Let's see what we're looking at here at Darlington Raceway. Like drivers are getting on the track right now. We're going to go to the drone cam and have your starting grid in just one moment. But Ryan Kelly looks to be leading. Going to be sitting in your pole. Jamie Haynes still in second. Dylan Picklesmeyer third. Sam Oliver fourth. And James Nelson fifth. Sam Taylor going to be sitting in sixth for the start of tonight's race with Andrew Hayes in seventh. Tyler Willard eighth. Charlie Mosley Jr. ninth. And Adam Thompson 10th. Alrighty, well, I wanted to show you the starting grid right there, but SDK looks like it maybe needed to update or something. I am so bad about. I update. There's always that one thing that I forget to update. It looks like I did it here tonight with it. All right, well, drivers looking to get going here in just one moment's time. Beautiful paint schemes coming, loading in. Looks like the fans right now trying to get a little bit of a better view, taking some pictures for the Mims. DK it's showing me everything, but it is not wanting to come on over here to the other side. It's unfortunate. Well, music's coming down as we're about to go live here at Darlington. Ryan Kelly loving that NES. Number 13, he took it all home last week. Can he do it again tonight? This is going to bug me. This is when I wish I could play copywritten music. Play Michael Jackson, it would just play the clip and go, tell me why. Why? Oh man, that is so unfortunate. Pace car is off the track. Kelly and Haynes lead the two lines. It's a clean turn 4, but it's only for right now. As we come to the start finish, Barney's gonna wave the flag. And we're green flag racing at Darlington Raceway for the American Elite Racing Throwback Cup Series. Kelly taking a good lead at first. Jamie Haynes is going to fall in second. Sam Oliver in third. And they are getting single file close. And Douglas King, I can't even count that much. 360 times 5. Douglas King in the 16 is going to do 1,000-something single car incident, and we're still racing. All right. Give me 1 second. I swear I hope this don't mess up. Kelly Haynes, Oliver, single file. Oliver now looking to the inside. And it is just single file racing. Everybody knows how tricky of a track Darlington can be. You're going to want to make sure you're doing everything correctly as you progress through tonight's race. It's a lot cooler on the track than what you might be used to. So that is something you've got to take into account as well. Tires aren't going to be eaten up by that South Carolina sun. It should be good to go, I swear. I sit here and test. This thing SDK is not having it tonight. Well, Jamie Haynes not having it as well as Sam Oliver right in front of him in the 59. Gets a whole lot of wall right into his car. 53 going to have to hold up just a little bit as they progress on through. And there we go. Got it up there. Tyler B, how's it going, buddy? Great to see you on the chat. as we are about to go on board right now with the 53 of Haynes. You can see Dylan Picklesmeyer, Sam Taylor right here in your rear view mirror. We actually have a camera mounted up here in the booth here. Not in the booth, in the car, the top of the car. We've got it right here, and you can see that Crisco Chevrolet is pulling up close. Let's look through the rest of the pack at the current moment. Sam Taylor, James Nelson, very, very close together at the current moment. 3 Chevrolet Wrangler trying to hold off that 75 of Nelson.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy it for a dang dollar too. Tyler B saying, if you want another in the booth, pull me in. Tyler, if I planned on it, I would, sir, but I like to kind of have all the graphics and everything ready for those instances so I can try to keep the stream looking as crisp as possible. So if you want to hop in the booth ever, though, just let me know. We'll plan it out, and I'll get it all going. Well, it's interesting, you know, we talk about how hard Darlington is, but I don't know if I've ever seen the drivers say single file so fast. Absolutely no side-by-side racing, and remember, you're going to have a lot more of a narrow strip when you're going into those turns. You're not going to really have too much room to go side-by-side, especially with 19 other drivers, 18 other drivers on the track with you. You got to make sure you're doing everything right. Looking behind Kelly at the current moment. Sam Oliver still right there, as well as Jamie Haynes here at Darlington. Looks like Jamie Haynes maybe having a little bit of connection issues. Tyler B saying he despises this track. I am not good at this track either. And let me tell you, in these 87s as well, I'd be spinning out every single second. It wouldn't even be funny. But it looks like something that else is not funny, especially for the driver of the 80. That's going to be Tyler T. as Ryan Kelly comes up to lap his first car of the night as he pulls up strong to that Harley-Davidson Chevrolet. Looks like Tyler's just going to pull on down to the inside, let Kelly, Oliver, and Haynes still remain up top. Picklesmeyer trying to gain that track position he had earlier on. Matt, how's it going, buddy? Saying just wanted to say, hey, got to be up at 3 a.m. Well, Matt, I hope you have a good night and a good morning, sir. I've got to be up at 4:30 myself, so I totally feel you, man. But you can see Kelly getting super close to that wall, but has yet to scrape it. They are now bumper to bumper. It is traffic in Atlanta. Here as we go on board with Ryan Kelly looking back now from the gearbox. Oliver and Haynes absolutely holding on to anything they can with Kelly. They know they're going to really have to make those money moves in the corners. They're not going to really have any time on the straightaways. Tyler B saying he is so bad at the 87s. Combine that with how bad I am at Darlington, I look like I just bought iRacing. Hey, I look like I just bought iRacing too. Let me tell you, I look like that almost every time I race. Well, now coming up on another lap car. That's going to be the 16 of Douglas King, who falls down to the inside and lets that traffic by as they enter turn one. He'll fall back and rejoin that group, trying to gain as much time back as possible. Taking a look through the field, there is the 12 of Joe McAdory, taking it good and easy. 8 of James Ledford. And I think a lot of these drivers are playing it smart here tonight. They know Darlington can cause massive pileups. It's a thin, narrow track. If you're up at the front and you're going super quick and something happens, you're not going to have hardly any time to react. But if you're one of those cars that's kind of sitting back, you might be able to get through that wreck, get through the whole pickup in the field, and maybe get yourself up a few spots, maybe a lot of spots. Don't know. Well, coming to the front stretch. Ryan Kelly will it to lap 14. Tyler B saying, let's go. Sam Oliver right there in the 59 Chevrolet, trying to hold it down here at Darlington. Fantastic thing is about these races is they're only 90 laps. So if you can make that break, if you can do a few practice races that are around that length, you'll have a really good indication of how this race tonight will probably go, even if it's with AI, maybe if it's with 4 or 5 other drivers that are racing in tonight's race. That's always a good way to get some practice, especially if you can have some of the members of the field with you. Well, another pack right here is going to form up. That's 7, 8, and 9th. Tyler Willard, Andrew Hayes, and Charlie Mosley Jr. See that Adam Thompson, John Deere Buick trying to catch up there, get a little bit of air off those 3 drivers. But they're now coming up on some lap traffic as well. 16 of Doug King, probably going to let him by. And we do see the 80 of Tyler T. Harley Davidson Chevrolet heavy into the wall. You hear into the wall a lot at Darlington, but that's not the into the wall that you're used to hearing. Out of turn 4. That car is so fast. Couldn't even get to the cam in time. Already zooming by. Well, Chris Fafke is the next driver that this 3-car pack is looking to really take on now. 27 right in front of. Let's go on board really quick with Ryan Kelly and see just how far that lap traffic is away. Like at the current moment, in just a few seconds. Tyler B saying predictions on the first crash. Well, I'm hoping there's no crash, Tyler. That's what I got to say. But usually here at Darlington, if I had to predict a crash, as we see Chris Fafke having a little bit of internet connection issues, I would say it's going to happen out of turn 4. Tyler says, who's the dominating car in this series? Well, right now, first in points as Chris Fafke slings it down to the inside is going to be Sam Oliver. He is the car to beat. You're wanting to get top in points, you're going to have to take down Sam Oliver. So I would say him, but Ryan Kelly, a super strong driver. He's top in points. He took home a win last week where he led pretty much every lap. Ryan Kelly trying to continue that domination here tonight at Darlington. He's only got 70 more laps to prove it. Oh, loosey-goosey out of turn 2. Who might that be? That is going to be the 88 of Dylan Picklesmeyer. And if I had to guess, he is doing everything to get up here to the 27 to Chris Fafke, saying, hey, let me work with you a little bit. I know you're a lap car, but maybe this is what I need to catch up to Haynes in the 53. He's now back 4.3 seconds. He's got a lot to work with. With the gaps we're seeing right now, I know a lot of drivers are praying for a caution, but behind Tyler Willard, we got a whole group rumbling and rolling here, trying to tame what is known as Darlington Raceway. Gotta love Cookout, too, seeing that sign everywhere. 73 of Andrew Hayes right on the bumper of Willard as we exit the turn. Willard making sure nobody's going to be cutting it down to his inside. You saw him kind of swing, trying to make sure everybody was blocked. Better up that 88 well, Dylan, says Tyler B. And cars getting really close now on those worn tires. And you are exactly right, Tyler B. Worn tires, and what is that? Tyler B. donating 100 bits here tonight for the AER Throwback Cup Series. Thank you so much, Tyler B. Greatly appreciate that, sir. Really, really appreciate the subscriptions and the donations. Here tonight is a 73. Getting loose behind Willard. Charlie Mosley Jr. making the move to the inside. And will it prove? It will prove to be a positive move. It almost turned into a bad move. Doubled up on a Thursday night. I'm just kidding. Doubled up out of turn 2. Both of those cars fighting for the position. It just got loose. The Muff Duff, how's it going? Saying, oh man, I've missed your streams. And Special Ed saying, let's go. How is it going, Special Ed? Great to see you and the Muff Duff in the chat. Hope y'all are having a fantastic night. Let's check back up here with your leaders. Uh-oh. Haynes looking to make the move. We cut back at the right time. 53 to the inside for second. Now as we're on board right now with Sam Oliver in the 59. Listen to that throttle. He is trying to use just as much as he needs to save those tires and save that fuel. He knows this could possibly, especially after last week, possibly, knock on synthetic wood, go caution free. So a lot of those drivers who used to think, as we see more action back over here with the crew, Tyler Willard almost getting on over into the 73 in those worn tires. Oh my God. Getting those Darlington stripes out of the turn. Fighting back here. Oh my God. Charlie Mosley Jr. is looking in his rearview mirror and thinking, oh, expletive. It is not something you want to see when all those cars are getting super close to you and getting super loosey-goosey. Well, once again, I want to shout out to Butt Kicker sponsoring this season, giving away a free Butt Kicker unit to the series champions. So very excited about that. I was explaining the Butt Kicker to my dad the other day and telling him how you could hook it up to any chair, and they've got systems that hook up to your home theater. Whatever you need, create that haptic 4D experience. Butt Kicker can provide it for you. Well, it's kind of broken up here behind Mosley Jr. Ryan Kelly still leads tonight's race. Jamie Haynes in second and Sam Oliver in third. He started fourth. You gained that spot. And now Sam Taylor has taken over Dylan Picklesmeyer. And that 88 is not happy about that at all. As we're looking back from the gearbox of Taylor. Watch Picklesmeyer. He is not going to let up. He's going to be relentless on that back bumper. Well, it looks like the 27 of Chris Fathke and the 01 of Corey Lavallo. Both Chevrolets are done for the night. I believe they have parked it possibly. Oh, Chris actually, it looks like caution is out. Chris is just down in pits, but a caution is out, and I'm not too sure where. Possibly with Glenn Lawson. But I am not seeing anything currently on the track. So very interesting. Nothing's popping up in the system. Yeah, very odd. All right, well, we are under caution here tonight. 30 laps completed out of 90. 60 to go at Darlington Raceway. We'll be right back as cars head down for their first, possibly second, hit of the night. Well, Ryan Kelly leads the packs down. We are under caution for the first time tonight. We're going to bring up your pit stop indicator at the bottom of your screen so you can catch up with your favorite driver. They race off of pit road. Great Kelly. Home. Did Great Scott, but I don't know what just happened. Okay. All right, well, it looks like James Ledford is possibly not going to be going down into pits, but Ryan Kelly will win that race off pit road. Jamie Haynes second, Sam Oliver third, James Nelson fifth, Great Scott. Mosley Jr. sixth. Tyler B. just resubscribed. Thank you so much, Tyler B. Greatly appreciate that, bud. Really hoping to start streaming as we get into these winter months, fall months, a little bit more. Definitely Sundays and Wednesdays, but trying to throw in, some other stuff every now and then.
I'd buy that for $1.
Hey, I'd buy it for a dang $1 too. Actually, $4. Has anybody ever heard the song RoboCop? It's from the 80s. It's by Sleaze Boys. It's not on Spotify. It's on YouTube. It's Miami bass kind of groove to it. You ever heard the song Supersonic? It's that same kind of beat. Usually when I say Miami bass, nobody knows what I'm talking about. All right, well, the Pearly Yellows remain on the pace car at the current moment. Kelly Haynes, very familiar territory. They're going to be lining up, leading the two packs around for the first restart of the night. And it looks to be the 01 of Corey Lavallo is maybe getting the wave around or headed down to pits. Not too sure. SW Fatal saying, I suck. Hey, guess who else sucks? I suck at this game. I am only good at certain tracks and certain cars, man. I need to get better. Part of it is the seating I have. I've got gloves now. The gloves help tremendously, but I need to get the seating down. Pace car has turned off those yellow lights, which can mean only one thing. Music's headed down, and we're about to go racing once again at Darlington. Thank you so much for tuning in here on a fantastic September Wednesday night. Air is getting a little bit crisper. Very nice. And what is that? Tyler B with a 500-bit donation, baby. Thank you so much, Tyler B. Greatly appreciate that, sir. Man, y'all have been so generous tonight, especially you, Tyler. Thank you so much, sir. Well, pace car out of turn 4. 13 and 53. Chevrolet's leading the line. And we're about to go back. Green flag racing for the AER Throwback Cup Series. Barney waves a flag. Pictures go to take it, and we're back at it. Ryan Kelly with an amazing start already. We see this often from the 13. He's good at shooting it out the gate. Already single file. Running up top. And who is that? Dylan Picklesmeyer making a move to the inside of Tyler Willard. Tyler B saying, let's see what the 75 can do from the outside row 2. The 75 of James Nelson is currently up on the back bumper of Jamie Haynes, while Sam Oliver is doing the same to Ryan Kelly up here at first. Getting close to that halfway mark. Drivers thinking about that as well. 10 laps away. Got some, I think we got some patrons down there that are they are outside of the seating limit. It looks like they are beyond the fence. I'm not too sure if that is allowed. Make sure to talk to somebody about that. Sam Oliver setting the fastest lap, 31.71 right there, as he's going to slap that wall out of turn 2. Still trying to catch the beat off Ryan Kelly, who has not really made one mistake all night. Ryan Kelly has been on his A game. Yeah, Oliver definitely brushed that wall, trying to make any kind of move he can. Let's go on board right now with Sam Oliver. Love the suit with those purple and neon yellow gloves. Yeah, definitely burning those tires up. If I knew Kelly, you know, as strong of a driver he is, I would be trying to save just a little bit, especially with the 1.8 second gap between me and third place. You can kind of do a little bit of wiggle room right here. Maybe get Jamie Haynes to catch up a little bit and then try to make your money move without wasting all that resource. Well, Charlie Mosley Jr., we said familiar territory earlier, and he's in it as well. Look at the pack behind him going. Hayes, Thompson, Turner, Picklesmeyer, Willard. It is crazy, yeah. Tyler B says, it amazes me how much they have to slow those cars down in the middle of the corner. A lot of throttle time. I'm telling you, dude. I could not be racing these 87s here tonight. You would not like it. Looking back right now from the gearbox of the 89 Buick of Charlie Mosley Jr. 73 of Andrew Hayes coming up. Really, really close. But like Tyler B said in the chat, got to make sure that you're keeping that throttle. 89 with the Darlington stripe, and that is for sure. A lot of these drivers going to be rocking that Darlington stripe here. Sam Oliver has cut out a little bit of that gap between him and Kelly, but it is still there. Jamie Haynes holding about the same. And now it is all eyes on Andrew Hayes, Waylon Turner, Tyler Willard, all racing up here. Not too sure what happened right there with the 73 of Andrew Hayes, but he will fall back. And it looks like the 11 of Waylon Turner will take his spot right here behind the 89. And yeah, some internet connection issues from a couple of these drivers. Last driver on the lead lap currently is going to be the 8 Chevrolet of James Ledford. Sam Taylor, Joe McAdory, Glenn Lawson, and Jason Palmer. Going to be 11th through 15th right there. And Tyler B says the 11 is Walrine, talking about Waylon Turner right here. Let's look. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Tearing up that back right portion of the car. Really earning that Darlington stripe. Looks like the 16 of Doug King going to be headed out of pits right there. You can see Waylon Turner getting a little bit antsy as he saw that car coming out of the exit of pits. Tyler B says, how many stripes before you think it starts really affecting handling an arrow? Well, I think it's all kind of based on how hard you're hitting it. If you're just kind of grazing it enough to get that stripe on there and maybe a little bit of pressure, I think you're not going to really do too much damage at all. But if you're slinging the heck out of it and really just kind of, what I would say, relying on that outside wall to slow you down, then you're going to see a lot more wear and tear on the right side of your car, and you're going to have to make some adjustments or not even be able to catch up after doing that for so long. So I kind of feel like every driver's different with the way they drive. But your goal is, if you do hit it, that you're just kind of grazing it putting a little pressure maybe, but using it almost as a slight reinforcement, not a, okay, I've got a brake, but there's a wall here, let me use it. Well, that is the halfway mark here for Ryan Kelly and Sam Oliver, still going at it. Ryan Kelly has successfully led every single lap here at Darlington so far. Sam Oliver has sat right here behind him, waiting for his moment. Started in 4th, climbed his way up into 2nd, and he has been stuck here ever since. Charlie Mosley Jr. still with a lot on his plate as Waylon Turner is on his back bumper, but now Dylan Picklesmeyer gets a little bit of a chance to lead a line. Tyler Willard, Andrew Hayes, and Jason Palmer follow right behind. And oh my gosh, the 88 getting loose right there as he tries to wheel and deal that Crisco Chevrolet around Darlington. It is so easy in these 87s. If your phone vibrates and your mind gets off track for 1 millisecond, that's all it takes for you to get loosey-goosey and go into the wall. So, all ears, all eyes on iRacing, especially when you're at a track like Darlington. Well, once again, if you're tuning in on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. It is the first live stream broadcasted as well on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you as well. Greatly appreciate it. Trying to open up some more avenues for viewing. So YouTube and Twitch it is. Hoping that makes it easier if you're trying to watch the race replay, or maybe some people they're driving, or they're in a possibility where they can't really listen. Might be a little bit easier to pull up YouTube, especially if you have YouTube Premium, and just listen to the race instead of having to worry about Twitch, because I know Twitch can load out. You open Twitter and then the video plays, and then it all happens. Well, Tyler Willard getting passed by the 88 of Dylan Picklesmeyer, and it looks like the 4 of Willard might be holding up I would say stuff, but the racing just a little bit. It's not just stuff. We're on the track here tonight. Turner, Hayes, and Palmer. And you can see Adam Thompson back there as well trying to catch up. Really had to pump the brakes when they got behind the 4. And it looks like now they're trying to recover from that. That Liquid Death Chevrolet trying to hold on to it. I don't know how the 88 of Dylan Picklesmeyer shot on by so fast, but he sure did. Now Waylon Turner is going to have the 73 of Andrew Hayes right on his back bumper. It's been like this all night, bumper to bumper racing. Oh! Turner into the wall out of turn 2. Palmer and Hayes get on by. Tyler B says, Haynes a sneaky peek for a win tonight. You never know. You never know. He really could be. Tyler B says, just a creeping back there in 3rd. He really is. We know Jamie Haynes. You don't ever discount Southern Canadian racing. They always got something they're going to pull out of their boot. I'll tell you right that. Folgers Coffee. Gotta love it. I'm not a big, I'll drink it, but I don't prefer it. I got Black Rifle Coffee Company for the first time today. Very excited to try it. I saw it at the store. I didn't even know they sold it there. I think the last time I went to it was Cabela's, they didn't have what I wanted, so I didn't get it. Yeah, that 4 car is super sharp here tonight, Tyler B. Liquid Death Chevrolet. If you haven't had Liquid Death, it's like pretty good water in a can. Nothing special about it. Yeah, I'm excited. I got I think it's called like Just Black or All Black or something like that. I think it's like the original. That's what I was trying to get, was the original. There's also like a Firehouse one, but I didn't think of Ryan Kelly, Sam Oliver still going at it. What's the rest of the field doing? Jamie Haynes by himself. James Nelson and Charlie Mosley Jr. going to be sitting right there, 4th and 5th. Dylan Picklesmeyer, Tyler Willard, Andrew Hayes, Jason Palmer, Adam Thompson. Going to be your top 10 drivers at the current moment. Looking back now from that 62 Buick of Thompson. So I wonder how much Ryan Kelly has been beating up those tires trying to make sure that he keeps this lead away from Sam Oliver, and kind of vice versa. I wonder how much Sam Oliver has beaten up his tires trying to catch up to Ryan Kelly. As we have a move up here, Charlie Mosley Jr. makes the move past James Nelson. This sets him up 2.6 seconds behind his teammate Jamie Haynes for Southern Canadian Racing in 3rd. This might be a move to get SCR a win here tonight. Possible move. Let's go on board right now, 75 of James Nelson. Holy shnikes! Special Ed coming at you with a 1,000 bit donation. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that, Special Ed. You have all been so generous here tonight. It's funny, I was looking at my, I used to get a Twitch check like every single month. But since ARCA hasn't been going, it hasn't really been happening. And I was looking earlier, about 35 bucks away from a Twitch check. But y'all push me very close here tonight as we show and hear, show me the money. You gotta love it here on a fantastic Wednesday night. Charlie Mosley Jr. slowly catching up to his FCR teammate, now 2.1 seconds back. Tyler B saying Oliver better on entry, Kelly better on exit. Yep, and that's what'll get you. That's what'll get you in the cat and mouse game. If you have two drivers, one's better at one part of the track and the other's better at the other 50% of the track, you're gonna see that give, that take, that give, that take, and it can happen the entire race.
And his name is John Cena!
Live at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You gotta love John Cena! Thank you so much. Tyler B saying Oliver just tagged the wall. Yep, tagged it like an Instagram picture. Trying to gain any speed he can. 1.3 seconds back. And now 1.6 seconds. As I think Jamie Haynes has let off that gas just a little bit to allow the time for Charlie Mosley Jr. to catch up. I think we're about to see some heavy racing. On board now with your leader, Ryan Kelly, as he comes up on the 3 of Sam Taylor, looking to take down a lap car once again here at Darlington Raceway for the AER Throwback Cup Series. You can catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Twitch and YouTube. You can catch the AER ARCA Series starting this Sunday. Coming back for another season, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch and YouTube as well. Looks like that 3 is not going to be as reluctant to give up that spot to the leader. Slowing him down just a little bit, and this might be what Sam Oliver, oh, never mind. 13, kind of taking a page out of the Intimidator's book. Saying, if you ain't going to move, I'll move you. And now with this car between them, Sam Oliver does fall back just a little bit. Looking from the gearbox right now. Still a good bit of racing to do. But if I had to be a betting man, right now my money is going to be on Kelly. Tyler B saying Oliver losing a lot of time, may have been in the wall one too many times, and that is definitely a scenario. There's definitely a possibility here with the 59 Chevy of Sam Oliver. He could have hit that wall just too many times, lost that momentum he had, and now he's got Ryan Kelly gaining 10th of a second after 10th of a second. Now I couldn't even get it out. It was 2.2. Now it's almost at 2.4 second gap between Kelly and Oliver, first and second. Well, coming to the line, we're going to have 25 laps to duke it out here at Darlington Raceway. Is it too tough to tame? Kelly looks easy. I mean, Jesus. This guy makes it look like you're making a PB&J. Tyler B says one more pit stop. I don't know. I think that caution happened just about the perfect time where a lot of these drivers could save and not have to pit. So that might be the deciding factor in tonight's race as well. Do we have drivers that go down and have to get a little bit of fuel, and then those drivers sitting in the back who have sat there and saved, and this is their time to shine? We'll see. This is what makes racing so awesome, as Corey Lavallo has entered pits. He looks like crashed trying to go in. Let's go to the Atlanta Racing Instant Replay. Oh, he locks it up. Is he going to lock it up? Yep, locks it up. Just narrowly misses it. Corey Lavallo headed down into pits. Now back to your leader, Ryan Kelly, coming up on some more lap traffic, and it's going to put him down another lap. That's the 80 of Tyler T. Harley Davidson Chevy we saw earlier become the first lap car to go down. And now Ryan Kelly is looking to take another lap away as Tyler T. spins out on the track. Oh, no! And he gets into the 75. James Nelson crashing, trying to recover, letting the traffic by. He's got hardly any room. He's got hardly any banking right there. Oh my God. That was crazy right there between those two drivers. No caution comes out though. They both kind of recovered in their own way, so we're still good to go. Kelly, and now Waylon Turner has crashed. He's jumped to pits. What just happened with Waylon Turner? And it looks like the 11, what was he doing? Did he just park it? He parked it. He just went ahead and said, I'm good. Tyler B throwing up the crash emotes. As we take a look through the current field, we are pretty spread out at the moment. We do have this battle right here between Willard, Palmer, and Hayes. Still a little bit more spread out than I would like to see for a battle. But this is about as close as we have got. Tyler B saying, can't believe that wasn't a caution with the 80 and the 75. I can't believe it wasn't either, but the way it kind of went down, it kind of was two, in a sense, two incidents, but one incident. The car's official said I had a fast car, but just had small taps were messing up my steering. I couldn't hold lines with a wheel at 180 degrees. Oh man, hate to hear it for you, but maybe next week we'll have a better race for you, sir. Well, if Ryan Kelly makes it 2 in a row, he will be really the driver to beat. Especially when you got 2 wins under your belt. Everybody, as you could say, Tupac said, all eyes on you. Not all eyes on me, but all eyes on you. And that you would be Ryan Kelly, bringing it to 18 to go. Laps are winding down fast. Sam Oliver now 4.2 seconds back, and unless another caution comes out or something happens with a green flag pit stop, Ryan Kelly looking pretty good for a trip to victory lane. Whoa, buddy. Sam Oliver having to get around Adam Thompson. Sorry, that was not Sam Oliver. Still trying to get around Adam Thompson at the current moment. As Adam Thompson will head down into pits, going now to the cockpit view with Mr. Glenn Lawson. Atlanta, Georgia native. Just like yours truly. Trying to capture a top 10 here tonight. That would greatly help him with some points as we continue on through the season. But could he make it a top 5? Yeah. It's like a lot of drivers are making the pass, including the 8 Chevy of James Ledford on that 88 Chevrolet of Dylan Picklesmeyer. Dylan up here at the top for a good bit of the race. Falling back now to 11th. Let's see if he can get a top 10. That would be great for him as well. Like we said, kind of winding down. Getting by some more lap traffic. Kelly. It's like butter and toast, man. He is making it look so easy. Only 8 drivers, if you can believe it, out of 19 that started on the lead lap. Fans have been on their feet the entire race. I'm sure they are really hurting for a hot dog or a cold glass of water right now. Special Lad says, did you see the All-Star races coming to North Wilkesboro? Oh, man, I am so excited. I might have to go to that. I don't live too far from that track, just a few hours, so I might have to see if my dad or my best friend Austin wants to head on up there and watch a little racing. I don't know. We'll see. Andrew Hayes making that move. Jason Palmer as well, getting past Glenn Lawson. Ryan Kelly coming up to possibly lap just about everybody. Good Lord. Jamie Haynes in second. 13 seconds back. Charlie Mosley Jr., 2 seconds off of Haynes. Yeah, and it does look like Sam Oliver has gone down into pits. He's came back out at the current moment. I don't know why you said Oliver pitted and I read it as an olive pit. Man, oh man. Green olives on pizza. That's gonna be good. Yeah, Special S says gonna sell out so fast. Yeah. It definitely is. I'm going to have to be on my A game I'm going to have to be on my A game Friday, too. As soon as those new iPhones go on sale, I am buying one. I have been waiting for this moment for so long. For months and months, my iPhone has had horrible connection issues. I drop calls, it messes up, it goes into reboot mode. So I'm very excited. Oh, as we see Ryan Kelly absolutely obliterate that wall out of turn 2, sending sparks just a-flying. Gonna want to make sure he's careful. Don't get too comfortable before this race ends. Still got 9 to go. You don't want to call it quits all too soon. And don't forget, after tonight's race, we're going to have an interview with the winner. Get some race winning insight, some knowledge to how a win comes to be and to fruition at Darlington. Telling you, Ryan Kelly's just going to tell me he practiced for 5 minutes or something and came out here. You know, I'm always like, how much practice did you put in for this race? Oh, I got home about 20 minutes before the race started, ate dinner, and then I practiced for 2 minutes. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then you come out here and win the race. That's incredible. And I'm telling you, unless a caution comes out, Haynes is now 10 seconds back on Kelly. This is looking all the way up for Ryan Kelly right now. Glenn Lawson and Andrew Hayes decide to go down and pit together. That's going to lead only 6 drivers on the lead lap. Oh my God. Can Ryan Kelly make it to the end? What if he runs out of fuel? That's a big thought right there. Charlie Mosley Jr. heads down. Now I'm starting to wonder more and more about this fuel. And Jamie Haynes is catching up quite quick to Ryan Kelly. And I don't know if that has to do with banging into the wall, saving tires, a little of both. I'm not too sure. You can really see that wheeling and dealing coming out of turn 2. Ryan Kelly holding on for dear life. Kelly is saving. Haynes is catching fast. You're exactly right, but Kelly is saving just enough to hold Haynes off. He's still sitting at that 8.4 second line, and he hasn't really moved. He dropped a good bit, but he hasn't moved too much. Oh, now 8.2 seconds. I speak too soon. Oh, oh my God, he is in full save mode. He let off the gas into the entrance of turn 3 and then went back on it just exiting turn 4. Oh yeah, he is doing everything, and you can see, oh! And it's starting to catch up to him. Jamie Haynes now 6.7 seconds back, and it's coming to a close gap. Now 6 seconds back. Ryan Kelly, 3 more laps to hold on to it. Does he have enough to get to the finish? I keep cutting on board to hear how much he's trying to save. If he does that 1 more lap, Jamie Haynes is going to catch up. Now 5 seconds, now 4.8 seconds back. Haynes might have a shot at a win here tonight. Ryan Kelly trying to hold on to it for just 2.5 more laps, doing everything in his power to save that fuel. 2 laps to go. Haynes is 3.4 seconds back. And Kelly knows on that last lap, he can use it all. Anything he's got left, he can use it. Now we see Haynes coming into the picture. 1.5 seconds back. Jamie Haynes is going to have a possible shot for a win here at Darlington. And Jamie Haynes makes the pass. Ryan Kelly is out of gas. And Jamie Haynes, with a fuel-saving strategy, is going to possibly take the win at Darlington. Not a good plan right there from Kelly. Jamie Haynes, he sat. We talked about it. We talked exactly about what he just did. He sat in third. He saved the fuel when he needed. He didn't make those unnecessary runs. And now he can call himself a champion of Darlington Raceway. Your winner, the number 53 Chevrolet of Jamie Haynes. What a win here tonight. Sam Oliver will be in second. Jason Palmer third. Ryan Kelly fourth. Dylan Picklesmeyer going to be in fifth with Charlie Mosley Jr. in sixth. James Ledford seventh. Sam Taylor eighth. Glenn Laws in ninth. And Adam Thompson 10th. Andrew Hayes 11th. Joe McAdory 12th. Tyler Willer 13th. James Nelson 14th. Doug King 15th. Chris Fafke 16th. Corey Lavallo 17th. Waylon Turner 18th. And rounding up all of your drivers on the field here tonight, Tyler T. Going to be taking it home for those points here at Darlington. Getting lined up right now, Jamie Haynes burning down the house, baby. Getting a big time boom shakalaka. And everybody talking about Jamie getting that sneak on up there. Maybe a little help from Charlie Mosley Jr. along the way. But Kelly going to call himself a victor here at Darlington. All right, well, we're going to go get a short post-race interview really quick with Mr. Jamie Haynes. See what he's got to say about tonight's race. Here we go. Here he goes.
What's up, buddy?
Someone's currently playing the Cantina song, so give me 1 second. Jamie Haynes, you are a winner here tonight at Darlington, bud. I bet your adrenaline is pumping.
Oh, dude, it's through the friggin' moon. I was talking with Charlie the whole way through it, and I kept watching. I started off 2.5 laps short, and I could run right there with the two of them, but I couldn't get enough speed on the first run to get by them. So I figured, what the heck? Let's take a shot at it. If no caution comes out, this could work out perfect. I crossed the line with 0.6 laps extra.
Man, oh man. And if you go back and watch the broadcast, you'll see I was talking about you doing this strategy, and then what do you know? It works out in your favor. Man, what a win here tonight at Darlington. Anything you could have done different or would have done different? I mean, you won the race, but did the track handle weird at all, or did you notice anything?
No, I guess it handled about like I expected it to. For some reason, I couldn't get any kind of a run off of off turn 2. Like, usually with Darlington, you swing in low into 1, drift up a little bit, and then cut back out of 2. And I could not get it to cut like that at all the entire race. So that's why. And plus, that first run was 30-ish laps, and my tires were, I think, like 86, 92. So I knew I had plenty of tire to do this. So I gave it a shot, and it worked like a charm.
It definitely did work like a charm, sir. Man, you are the champion here tonight. Anybody you want to shout out or thank before we head off tonight's stream?
Yeah, I always want to shout out to my buddies Charlie, Joel, Jeff, Chris, Adam, Doug, Keith, Mike. Of course, my wife, who, is probably asleep right now and let me do this when I do it all the time. And my daughter and my little one on the way. And I haven't done this in a while, so I'm trying to get them all in.
Hey, well, we love to hear it. Jamie, congrats on your win tonight, sir. And we're looking forward to what you have next week for the AER Throwback Cup Series.
I appreciate it, big guy. Thank you for all you do.
Hey, anytime, sir. Thank you. And we'll send you back down to SCR.
All right, man.
All right, well, that is going to be the end of tonight's broadcast. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in on Twitch and YouTube. You can find us here every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you so much for gifting that sub, Mountain Refugee, over to I Recently Tooted. Really appreciate that, sir. Thank y'all so much for tuning in here tonight. And we'll see y'all this Sunday for the AER ARCA season opener. You don't want to miss it. Have a great night.